welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I am going to be breaking down how you can start getting pretty privilege. This whole video is going to be how you can start becoming more attractive simply using your feminine energy. So I wanted to make this video because somebody had posted a comment saying, well, I don't fit the conventional standard of beauty, and I want you to get rid of this idea. So I remember the day that I actually stepped into my pretty privilege, once I actually owned that I was gorgeous. And there was one time I was working at a bar and a man came in and he asked me, was I Ethiopian? Which I get a lot. I'm half Somali. And I said, no, I'm not Ethiopian, but my dad's from Somalia. And he said, that explains it. And I said, what? And he told me this whole story about how, I guess there's some evidence that since we as humans originated from East Africa, that a lot of people are genetically geared, they desire people from East Africa. I don't know how true this is, but I kept that as a limiting belief for myself. I was like, wow, there's a lot of people in this world that are attracted to people with my DNA. I'm so blessed. I can go do whatever I want. I can go model, I can go become an actress, I can go marry whoever I want because I can just attract what I want very easily. People are drawn to me. That is my limiting belief. That's how I started my awakening. And then once I learned about feminine energy, I realized how we as women are able to strengthen our vibration, strengthen our beauty, simply through using feminine energy. So I have 5 tips for this video on how you can start getting pretty privilege. Number 1, there is no such thing as a conventional standard of beauty. There is no such thing as a beauty standard. The only beauty standard that we have is energetic beauty. There have been beautiful women throughout centuries of time in every part of the world. Before there was media, before there were movies, women have always been beautiful. And some men too. And it's because they have a high energetic beauty. That's what people are attracted to. So your eye color, hair color, weight, height have absolutely nothing to do with energetic beauty. So stop trying to look like somebody else, saying they fit that standard of beauty, so I need to, lose 50 pounds and I need to get extensions and I need to plump up my lips. No. Have you ever noticed how some women who are not considered conventionally attractive, but they still get men to chase them? They still receive pretty privilege everywhere they go. They don't have to leave the house with a wallet. And then there's some women that could be supermodels. They're so beautiful, but their way they see themselves, their esteem is so low, they get walked all over. What's the difference here? Now, part of your energetic beauty, yes, of course, it is going to be the physical aspect as well. But it's less about what you look like and more about how you treat yourself. So what I mean by this is people that have healthy, toned, fit bodies, they signal to other people that they treat themselves very highly. They have very high self-esteem. They care for themselves, their wellness, their body. They're not eating any kind of food. They are taking themselves to the gym. They get plenty of rest. These people are at a high vibration. People sense that, because think about it, a hot body, a physically toned, fit body is the prize. People chase after that, and only the people that are disciplined and work at it, that are at a high vibration, can achieve that. The next part of your physical attractiveness is your amount of time you dedicate to your self-care. I mentioned this in my How to Be Confident video, if you go back to that, but people who take time for self-care and their appearance signals strong energetic beauty. Spending time on your skincare, hair care, body care, your nails, your makeup, your outfit will upgrade your physical appearance, but it will also transform the way you carry yourself and how you treat other people, which will then affect how they treat you. Tip number 2, the moment you decide that you are attractive, other people will reflect that back to you. So what I want you to do is I want you to shift from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset. The reason why you don't think that you can have pretty privilege, the reason why you don't think that you fit a beauty standard is because you have a limited view of what beautiful looks like. You think that there is a scarcity on how many people in this world can be beautiful and the rest of us are just uggos. When you shift into an abundance mindset, you understand that there are billions and billions and billions of brands of beautiful, and you have your own personal brand of beautiful. Now own it. Okay, now that you own the pretty privilege, I want you to start behaving like you're someone that gets pretty privilege all the time. So once you do that, this is the embodiment work now. You will start going to different places. You will start holding eye contact with people more. You will start conversations with people more effortlessly and just start speaking up more. So start slowly with strangers, people checking you out at the grocery store, or strangers walking down the street. You hold eye contact, and then you can get more and more comfortable with doing this with people that are more significant in your life, your family members, your significant other. Notice when you start this, how you make people stare a little bit longer at you, how you make people clumsy when they're around you, how they get a little nervous. This is how you know it's working. Tip number 3, talk to people with the belief that they already like you, and then you'll shift into that reality. This is how the embodiment continues. So you're gonna use the Pygmalion effect for this. If you don't know what the Pygmalion effect is, there's 2 ways you can do this, but for the way I'm talking about in this video, you are going to change the belief about yourself. So we've done this now in the past 2 steps. Once you change the belief about yourself, that will affect your actions that you take, what I just talked about. Then the actions that you take will influence how people see and perceive you. They go, wow, that woman's got it going on. Wow, that woman, really carries herself like the prize. You get what I'm saying? Then that will affect how they treat you. People want to give to the feminine. People want to serve the feminine. People want to praise, adore, worship the feminine. You're all of a sudden going to start getting people giving you free things, people telling you to go in front of them in line, people helping you with your bags that nobody used to do that before. Even people you know will transform because you began. For example, say you're on a date. Most of the time, people go on dates trying to get the other person to like them, trying to get the other person to validate them. Instead, you already know they like you. That's why you're there. So what you're going to do is instead, because you know they like you, do you like them? You can spend all your time lean back. The more you lean back, the more they chase. You're going to notice this man going out of his way for you, get whatever you want on the menu. Of course, he's not going to ask to split the bill on the date. Of course, he's not going to ask you to come home with him, because you have this mentality. You are embodying this character. He has no choice but to shift into that reality with you. Or another example, take it away from dating. If you are on a job interview, most people spend their time trying to demonstrate their value. Oh, I can do this. Oh, here's my resume. I've done all these things. Of course, you bring a resume to a job interview. Of course, you're going to have to answer questions. But for the most part, when I go on job interviews or auditions, I know that they already like me. I'm here just because, as a formality, I'm here to get to know you. Do I even want to work for you? It shifts your perspective. Tip number 4, start following women on social media that look like you. Part of the reason why you don't think you fit a beauty standard is because you're following women that are beautiful, but they don't look like you. Maybe they're a different height, different weight, they're a different race than you, and so you think, oh, I don't have blonde hair and blue eyes, so I'm just destined not to have this pretty privilege. No. Start instead following women that look like you. I highly recommend following models, influencers, celebrities, whoever, that are in the same ethnicity as you, that share similar features as you. This will expose your brain to beauty in features that women share in your same image. It'll also help you get inspired for makeup, hair, outfits. It's a lot easier for me to look at someone doing a hair tutorial that has the same hair texture as me. It's a lot easier for me to watch someone do a makeup tutorial that has the same complexion and the same features as I do, versus watching somebody that looks totally different. When I try to do that on my body type, or when I try to do that on my hair, it doesn't work out. And tip number 5, Your feminine energy attracts your dream level of appearance. The higher your feminine energy, the higher your vibration, the more you can attract. So I want you to stay in that delusional world we've created in the previous steps here. Keep going with the embodiment work, and then you look for evidence of receiving the pretty privilege in your real life. So instead of going, I never get it, instead, I can have it, and then you just go around and you curiously look to find when you're going to receive it. It may start small. It may be somebody didn't ring you up for a soda with your meal. It may be someone let you go first in line. Maybe somebody held the door open for you. A stranger complimented you. I want you to stay in this high vibrational state. Don't further wound your feminine energy by not receiving it. I want you to stay grounded in that feminine energy that feels so good to your body by receiving gracefully. Receive the assistance, receive the praise. When someone compliments you, look them in the eye and genuinely say thank you. When they hold the bags for you, when they open the door for you, say thank you. You made me feel so good. Something. Acknowledge it, celebrate it, because that's going to fuel you to keep looking your best, to keep working on yourself, to stay in that delusional mind and see how much further it can go. I hope this video was helpful for you all. If you are interested in learning more about connecting to your divine feminine energy, head over to my website. I will link it in the description, everyday-etiquette.com. My Charm School course is available for you, which is the shortcut to learn everything about feminine energy. It starts on March 1st. Register for your spot on my website. Until then, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.